Welcome to another Boom Your Business webinar. My name is Paul Wells. I'm the Vice President of Marketing for Sendit. Thank you so much for joining us today. Before we get started with the webinar, I'd like to point out a couple of things. The chat room is open to ask any questions. If you look at the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see the chat room is open and available. Be sure to just ask any questions there, and we'll answer those at the end of the webinar. If you get disconnected or have any broadcast issues, there'll be a blue button down at the bottom center of your screen. Just click on that button and you'll be connected back to the webinar. For best results, you should close any other open browser windows. Webinar uses a lot of sound and video and things like that. So you get best results if you close other browser windows, and also make sure that you have a strong internet connection. After the webinar concludes, you'll get an email with a link to our webinar replay, and you're welcome to watch that over and over again and forward that on to other folks if you'd like. What I'd like to talk about today is how Sendit technology works and how exciting it is as a great tool to reach out to customers. Today's focus, we're going to be talking about how this applies to coffee shops and smoothie shops and different the little retail coffee shops and things like that. It's a great communication tool. We're going to talk about how that works, and we're also going to give you some clever ideas on how to execute the strategies at your store. You know, the thing about Sendit technology, it's very simple, easy, and effective. It is so simple to use. It just takes a few minutes to come up with your message and enter it into our system and communicate it to our customers. There's no software to download. There's no special skills needed. It just takes a few minutes to get your messaging out. So let's talk about why would coffee shops be interested in using text message marketing. Well, compare that to other types of advertising that are out there, you know, direct mail or email campaigns, things like that. Text message marketing is 5 times more responsive than any other type of marketing that's out there. And really think about it, email just is not effective anymore. Less than 15% of all emails ever get opened up, and it usually takes on average 4 days before somebody opens up an email message. And so what do you do with your own email? Do you go through and read them all? What most people do is they just hit delete, delete, delete. The other thing is your email, you know, everything gets jumbled up together. People on average get about 200 emails a day. And so your message, it's very easy for it to get lost and buried amongst all the other messages. What I want to do now is show you a real quick 4-minute video that tells you exactly how SMS mobile marketing works. So we're going to go ahead and watch the video, and when the video concludes, we'll be back with you live.
Are you looking for more customers and more revenue for your business? Do you know the number one thing that separates a successful business from its competition? All it comes down to is presence. The number of people who know you're there because you've given them a reason to know. In this day and age, it's getting harder and harder to keep growing your business without using expensive mass marketing tactics. It's simply impossible to gain this presence through old-fashioned forms of advertising such as newspaper ads, radio, TV, and through direct mail. It's impossible because few businesses generate enough income to pay for these expensive and inefficient methods of garnering the attention they need to stand out. You cannot outspend your competition. You must outsmart them. After all, it takes money to make money. What you need is a direct line to your customers, a way to contact them anytime, day or night, and at a cost you can afford. But how are you going to do that? Phone calls? No. Emails? Think again. Text messages? You got it. 2 words. Mobile marketing. An effective and efficient method to get the attention you need. Mobile marketing is the fastest growing means of connecting with your audience. You might think that a fancy website on the internet is the #1 way to communicate with your consumers. But with the 4-to-1 ratio of mobile devices to computers currently in circulation, this fact is quickly becoming outdated. Compared to the 1.8 billion people surfing the internet, 5.2 billion have their mobile phones with them right now. While people may not check their emails every 10 seconds, people can't help but read their text messages right away. In fact, 97% of all text messages are read within 4 minutes of being sent. Because your customer has already agreed to receive your text, they're read quickly and with interest. Each message sent is highly targeted specifically to those looking for your services. And with response rates up to 70 out of every 100 texts, you can bet that your business will grow as a result. So how does it work? First, your customer opts into your list by texting a special keyword. Second, your customer then receives an automated message or special offer promoting your services. But it doesn't stop there, because now you have a means of personally contacting your targeted audience anytime you want to inform them of great new deals and special offers. It's like having a line of people outside your store just waiting for the right opportunity to make a purchase. While other marketing solutions may require a substantial investment, the low cost of mobile marketing guarantees you a good return with the effects felt almost immediately. Not only does mobile marketing promote your product or service, but it builds a long-lasting, loyal fan base for your business. The longer you're in the loop, the stronger your presence becomes. This system is so resilient that once it gains just a little momentum, it doesn't stop. Before you know it, you've created a snowball effect of consumers tuning into your news and special offers. And it only gets more and more effective the longer you keep doing it. With results like this, it's not long before this becomes standard practice for most businesses. So the sooner you act, the more effective it will be. Get a running start on your competition. If your business has been idle or even falling behind, then it's time to start taking leaps forward with what is hands down the fastest, easiest, and most effective means of marketing your customers. Contact us today to get SMS marketing working your business.
The video does such a great job of explaining exactly why mobile marketing is so exciting and why it works so well. In fact, people spend now 3 hours and 40 minutes a day. 3 hours and 40 minutes each day on their mobile device. In fact, they pick up, touch, and hold their mobile phone on average 150 times each and every day. People just have chosen that's the way they want to communicate. That's the way they want to get their information. And that's why this is so effective. That's why 97% of all text messages are opened up and read within 4 minutes of being received. And this isn't like junk mail or spam or anything like that. This is permission-based. Customers have opted in. They've asked to subscribe to these messages, so they're receptive to them. They want to hear from us. They want to hear about those good deals and special promotions that are going on at your retail store. So the next question most people ask us is, how do I build my list? How do I get my list of subscribers? And there's lots of different strategies and techniques. We'll be glad to help you with those. But what we found is the most effective is what we call the digital fishbowl. And Sendit's digital fishbowl is unique to us. It's like a fishbowl that you'd have sitting on your counter where somebody would drop their business card in. And at the end of the week, you drop the card and somebody wins whatever prize you may have. Well, our system is very much the same, except it's all now digital. And what happens is people opt in, they text a keyword to our short code. So, for example, they text the word coffee to 366948, and they're entered in to win. And you may have a month of free coffees, or you may have a $25 gift certificate. It doesn't have to be a huge prize. And it's up to the retailer to pick what prize they want. But what our system will do then is it'll automatically notify the winners and say, congratulations, you won our prize. Stop in and we'll be glad to get you going. But it'll also notify the people that didn't win. And you can use this as another way of drawing traffic in. So you can say, sorry you didn't win, our winner's been chosen. However, show this text on your next visit and we'll give you a free cup of coffee, or we'll give you 10% off your order, or whatever offer you want it to be. So it's a great program to continue to drive traffic back to your business. Here's an example of how the digital fishbowl works. You can have a sign at your store. There's lots. We're going to show you some execution strategies, but the message is all the same. And in this example, we're saying win a $25 gift card. All you have to do is text the word pizza to 366948. Very simple for the customer, very simple for you. Just takes a few minutes to start building your list. We did a promotion similar to this at a pizza restaurant here in Knoxville, and within 5 hours, I had 252 people subscribe to the list for our customer. So it can build your subscriber list very quickly, and the digital fishbowl is the fastest way for you to build your list. So let's talk about text message marketing and some execution strategies and how you can communicate and what types of promotions you can do. So if you look at the 4 P's of marketing, a couple of them, one of them is product. You may have a special seasonal offer. It could be pumpkin spice latte, or it could be some new seasonal flavor, something like that. Maybe it's a price offer, 50% off after 3 p.m. You can do that. Or maybe a promotion. It could be a free pastry with every specialty coffee. Or maybe you're having a new location that's opened up. So there's lots of different things that you may want to communicate to your customers. Here's a few clever ideas. One of them is maybe it's a cold, rainy day and nobody's coming into the store. You can throttle your business. You can do a flash sale and communicate to everybody all at once. Stop in between now and noon and get a free pastry with your coffee, or whatever offer you want to have. Maybe you do a VIP club or give insider club discounts. People like to feel that they're special. Maybe you can print your keyword on your cup sleeves. Text word coffee to join our VIP club to 366-948. Or maybe you offer something free if they opt in. Get a free cup of coffee, or free pastry, or free flavor shot, or whatever you want to do. We talked a little bit about flash sales, and we talked also about digital fish bowls. Again, these are some great ways to drive traffic, build your subscriber list, and keep them coming back to your business over and over again. Some different ways that you can communicate your messages. You can do tent toppers. We can do window signs, stickers, postcards. You can have messages printed on your receipts. Lots of different things. And you can also leverage your social media presence and your website and tie everything back together and make it a real powerful communication and marketing tool. Send it's very exciting because we have lots of features compared to our competitors. First one is no contract. There's no contract to get started. There's no contract period. You can stop at any time. We're very confident that it's going to be a good, successful program for you. We also offer unlimited keywords. A lot of our competitors charge $25 per keyword per month. We give you unlimited. So what that allows you to do is segregate your list. Maybe you have morning traffic and you want to have a message just for the morning crowd, or maybe you have lunch traffic and you want to communicate just your lunch specials. You can segregate your list and break it up any way that you want. Maybe you have 5 locations and you want to have a separate list for each location. Very flexible, very easy to do and set up, and we allow you to have that flexibility with unlimited keywords, unlimited list, and unlimited number of subscribers. You'll find that our competitors don't offer all of those things. Also, we have rollover messages. So, for example, if you don't use all your messages this month and want to use them down the road for another big blowout promotion, you can do that. You can also buy extra messages at any time if you want to have a big promotion and communicate something. So you don't have to wait for your messages to build up before you do that. We can provide you with extra messages at any time. We also offer 5-star support. You can call us, you can text us, you can go to our website and fill out our form. You can email us. We'll get back to you right away and help answer any questions that you may have. We also have a broadcast scheduler, and what this allows you to do is sit down at one time and plan out your promotions for the month, or whatever time period you want to plan them out for. So you can just sit down in just a few minutes, plan out your entire marketing program for whatever period you like, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. Your messages will automatically go out to your subscribers. We also have a great feature that allows free inbound text messages. What that means is your customers can communicate back to you one-on-one private without communicating that out to everybody on your subscriber list. So that comes in handy for a lot of different reasons. What does our program cost? Well, it's very, very affordable. In fact, it starts off at only $29.99 a month. So for less than $1 a day, you can get started with a really powerful marketing program. And just think about, how does that compare to advertising in the Yellow Pages or a newspaper ad or anything else? It's extremely affordable and it's very, very effective. Very easy to sign up. All you have to do is go to our website at sendit.com, click on the sign up link, enter in your name, address, and phone number, and you're ready to set up your first campaign. It just takes a few minutes to get going. So today in our Boom Your Business webinar, we talked about Sendit technology. We talked about how simple, easy, and effective it is. We talked about how you can apply this to a coffee shop or a smoothie shop, small restaurant. It is a great, powerful communication tool to communicate directly to your customers. All the messages are opened up within 97% are open up within 4 minutes. So it's very powerful. We gave you a few clever ideas on how you can execute the strategy at your business. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us for another Boom Your Business webinar. We do these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Feel free to join us anytime. Again, my name is Paul Wells. I'm the Vice President of Marketing. Thank you so much for joining us today.